92, serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
You're watching K34QB, Vail.
Well, good morning. Happy Friday. It is Friday, January 10th. I'm your host, Kimberly Pro, and on this Friday morning edition of the show, it's going to be a fun one. I am back in the kitchen with a special guest. We'll have the Eagle Valley Library District here in town, plus the latest and greatest with Eyepieces of Vail and Hollywood's hottest new actor, Greg Perot, joining us here in the studio. Yes, we do share the same last name, so it's going to be a fun one. Buckle up. Let's get started.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. Coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
This weather report is sponsored by Grand Hyatt Vail. Indulge in the bold flavors of Makoto at Grand Hyatt Vail. Make your reservations today.
Now, before we get started with the content of our show, we always want to see what is happening with the weather, especially this time of year. So let's take a look at today's forecast and beyond. As you can see, it's a high of 28 degrees. We're looking at a mostly sunny day today, but right now it is a chilly 4 degrees. We are in the single digits. The winds are coming from the west by southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So let's take a look at that hourly forecast throughout the day. As you can see, it's 4 degrees this morning at 8 a.m. noon. We're looking at 23 degrees, 26 degrees for the high at 4 p.m. And then at 8 o'clock tonight, 19 degrees, mostly clear. We'll have a slight cloud coverage, but as you know, 300 days of sunshine here in sunny Colorado. So it's going to be a gorgeous one to hit the slopes. Let's take a look at that I-70 corridor. Eagle, 31 degrees, so kind of warm considering we're in the throes of winter time. Avon, 30 degrees. Vail, 28 degrees for the high. And then Denver, sunshine all day long and 42 degrees for the high in the I-70 corridor of Denver. Now we're looking at a 90% chance of snow tonight, so that's always going to be fun. Those powder hounds are getting out there tomorrow, that's for sure. A low of 18 degrees, and then sunset at 5 o'clock tonight. Winds coming from the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now we are looking at that Vail Mountain snow report. We have 0 inches of snowfall the last 24 hours, 1 inch over the last 48, and then the season total we're looking at 139 inches at Vail Mountain and a base depth of 51 degrees. Just a friendly reminder, those lift hours are 8:30 to 3:30 p.m. per usual. We're looking at the 29 lifts are open at Vail Mountain, 272 trails, and 97% of that terrain is open. So we are looking good early in the season. Taking a look at the Beaver Creek snow report. Again, 0 snowfall over the last 48 hours, 118 inches for the season total, 37 inches for the base depth. Lift hours here, 8:30 to 4, so you get a little bit of a longer day if you're over in Beaver Creek. Looking at the snow report as well, 25 lifts are open, 164 trails are open, and 92% of the terrain is open as well. So exciting times to be out on the mountain. Bundle up, stay warm, and we will be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Good morning, Vail.
Our next guest shares the same last name as me. Joining me today on the couch is my very own brother and Hollywood's latest actor, Greg Perot, joining me here. Greg, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
That's kind of funny to throw you for a loop a little bit when I say something like that. But great to have you here. So excited because you are currently working on season 2 of Blue Ridge, which we chatted with you about when you had just released season 1. So how's it going? How's filming season 2?
It's a blast, honestly. It's we've all grown together, which is a really cool experience. Just being able to be on the same set with the same cast and the same crew, and everyone's bonded. And I feel not only is the writing so exciting, which I'm excited for everybody to see in the show, but we're just growing as actors. Our chemistry is growing together. I think the crew is just fantastic. So I don't know, we're just having a blast. I'm blessed to be there.
That's true. I had a blast. I got to visit set last season, and now I'm excited to come back down. And you're filming out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
We are.
So spending some time on the East Coast, which is where we grew up.
Yeah.
So lots of fun there. Now let's talk a little bit acting. So you've been doing it for some time. You're really starting to gain some traction with some really cool projects. So what's been your favorite so far?
Ooh, it's a good question. It's hard to answer that specifically because there's different dynamics, but I would say, if I had to put myself on the spot, I would say probably Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, okay.
Yeah,
I get texts all the time that's like, Kim, your brother is on Walking Dead. I'm like, yeah.
It was just so fun. It was a surreal moment because I watched the show for so long. I mean, the show's been on air for forever. And watching the show and then being in this moment, very quick story. My character had a full mask costume for part of it. And there's a moment where, spoiler alert, I get knocked out and I'm lying on the ground. And normally when I'm acting, it's all about a focus. You have to be very present. In that moment, since I had a mask on and I was knocked out, I just allowed myself to be out of character and really just feel and take in everything that was going on. And some of the main characters were wrestling the walkers on top of me. And so you just hear the, it was the most surreal moment because I've been watching the show and all of a sudden here I am living in the show.
In the very middle of it.
Yeah,
that's
great.
really great.
It was
So
really fun.
you've done a lot of really great projects. You had a Christmas movie that was out this past season, and Festival of Trees. It was a lot of fun to see you in that. But you really have played a wide range of characters. What is your favorite kind of character to play?
To be honest, I haven't played it yet.
Okay.
I have not played it yet, but I really, and I missed the mark because they just came out with it, but Gladiator 2, I really want to do a period piece, like a Roman warrior or something like that. So, so I haven't gotten to do it yet, but I'm putting that out there.
I think it's on the horizon, that's
Yeah.
for sure. So let's talk a little bit about Blue Ridge. So RP is your character. You play Deputy RP, and you are supporting actor Jonathan Sheck. So tell me about just kind of the dynamic and the relationship you've built with Jonathan over the course of filming and how that translates on screen.
Yeah, he's an incredible actor. The guy's so dedicated to his craft. I mean, also, he's just an inspiration. The man is jacked. And so whatever he does, he puts 110% in, which I really look up to. He's very focused on set, and it's just a really good energy going to set. You feel very connected with one another. It's only grown. I mean, just our relationship. He takes me to the gym, and we've grown personally, and our characters have grown. Deputy RP is his. It's his deputy. He plays the main sheriff on the show, and I don't know. It's been really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that while you're on the set, it's basically like going to summer camp. So do you have any fun stories you can share?
It really is. It's fun. acting is just playing. We all get together and we just play. So I did make that joke. It does feel like going back to summer camp. You get to see all of your friends again.
And you're in such a concentrated space together for a certain amount of time.
Yeah. Fun story. I don't know. We have a lot of fun together. One of my favorite things is there's an outdoor, what is it called, like an amphitheater or something like that. And so a lot of us will go like on a weekend and just go watch shows and hang out together. It's super fun.
You have any funny stories to share?
I don't know about
Any that you're allowed to share publicly?
No, I don't. It's one of the characters on the show, Grayson. He's hilarious. So nonstop, he's pulling pranks on people. I don't know.
That's pretty fun. That's great.
Yeah.
So, a fun story. You and I, right before the COVID-19 shutdown, you were filming a film for Lifetime, and we got to be in the same scene together, which is so much fun. I was in the background, but it's great to kind of be able to dabble a little bit into your world and to have you here on mine.
I know.
So what's next? So you're filming Blue Ridge, season 1. Where can we watch it? What network is it released on?
INSP, Inspire Network, it's the cable network, and we are coming out on Amazon Prime very soon.
That's exciting.
Very exciting, yeah.
And you're in the throes of filming season 2. So what's different about filming season 2 versus season 1? You've kind of broken it in half as far as filming is concerned. Yeah,
I mean, I would say just what I said earlier, it's mostly just everyone bonding, getting closer. I think everyone is getting stronger in their positions. I mean, it's just natural. We're all having better chemistry. I think it's really getting exciting. The storylines are getting really fun. So, yeah, that'd be the main difference.
Awesome. Well, give us an overall premise of what Blue Ridge is about.
It's Jonathan Sheck plays a small-town sheriff. He was coming in from the West Coast, and he's chasing his true love who moved back to Blue Ridge. My character, Deputy RP, is from Blue Ridge, and every episode's very unique. There's always some villain that's coming in and causing a lot of chaos, and Jonathan just smashes down the door, and I back him up.
Sounds like a great role. Definitely prepping you for your future action period piece.
Yeah.
That's great. So do you have a favorite project that you've worked on so far?
Well, besides Walking Dead, probably, but in terms of just general project, because that was probably one of my most fun characters. Project, I would say maybe Left Behind.
Okay.
Rise of the Antichrist. We filmed that. When was that? Back 2022, 21. But we filmed that up in Canada, and I don't know. It was just so fun. I got to live that. A really fun scene. Every actor really wants to do it, and I got to experience it. It's the car exploding scene. So there was cameras everywhere, and everyone came out to watch that day, and you really felt like the effect, like the heat wave. Sorry, Mom, don't listen to that part. But
I know she was nervous. She was afraid you were going to be in danger.
Yeah. But overall project, probably Left Behind.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Now, I remember you telling me that the director said you have one chance to get it right.
Yeah.
Tell me about that pressure.
No, he was just kind of kidding around. But he's like, Greg, we don't have a second car, so don't mess it up.
So you basically had to be ready to go, ready to rock.
Oh yeah.
As soon as they said action.
Oh yeah.
That's
no,
great.
we weren't doing that again. So.
That's true. Yeah. Well, I love seeing your acting career. Just really the breadth and the expansion of it. You've done Hallmark movies. You've played the villain. Your most recent project. Tell me a little bit about that.
Oh, The Irrational?
Yes.
Yeah, that was fun. So every now and then you get to play these kind of like gritty, darker characters, which can kind of be fun. Yeah. But The Irrational, it came out on, oh no, I'm messing this up. NBC? I think it was NBC.
It was NBC.
Yeah, NBC. Mm-hmm. But that one actually did really well. It was out nationwide, and I think internationally as well too. And so I was getting hit up a bunch about that one. It was fun. I was a really upset ex-military character who was mad at the government.
It was opening episode of the new season.
Yeah, season 2.
So, Greg, where can we go to follow your acting career? Do you have a website, IMDb, Instagram?
Yeah, IMDb, but Instagram probably. Greg Pro.
Greg Pro at Instagram. Yeah. Well, fun to have you here on the couch with me, but we're stepping into the kitchen because you're coming with me. After the commercial break, we'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome to Hiring America, the television program that helps veterans find jobs and transition back into civilian life. Hi everyone, I'm Gigi Stone Woods. I'm truly honored to host this vital program. Reach out to the opportunities you see on this program by logging onto our website, hiringamerica.net, and by following us on social networking sites such as Twitter. We'll keep that information available throughout the broadcast and on our website 24/7. Now, let's get down to business.
Hello, my name is Jeffrey Morgan. I'm with Ron Byrne and Associates. And today I'd like to welcome you to Mine House and Mi Casa, a premier bed and breakfast right here at the base of Beaver Creek Mountain. Let's go inside.
This property is currently being run as a bed and breakfast with 20 bedrooms, all with ensuite bathrooms. Right now we are standing in Mi Casa, and next door we also have Mine House. A wonderful opportunity to own a turnkey hospitality business, but it's also an opportunity to own it as a private residence. It can be sold all as one or in individual pieces, however you choose.
So now that we've had a chance to show you these two amazing properties, Mi Casa and Mine House,
We would love the opportunity to show you in person. Give us a call.
Stevie Lee Woods presents Nashville Roadhouse Live, where country meets rock and roll.
It's where I drank my first beer, where I found Jesus, where I wrecked my first car, I tore it all to pieces.
Join us every week for more live performances right here on Nashville Roadhouse Live.
Coming at you from around the world. The biggest names in sports, entertainment, and business.
Here we go.
Yeah, there's no way.
Exclusive access and one-on-one conversations.
Yeah, you guys really did some deep research.
I don't think we should give him any more information.
In depth with Graham Bensinger.
Good morning, Vail.
Well, back in the kitchen, I am here with my wonderful brother, actor Greg Perot, joining me here, and we are going to make our family favorite thing to order when we're out at the restaurant, which is spinach and artichoke dip.
Let's go.
Every time we go out to eat, you know, Greg and Dad are always like, what dip are we getting as a family? So we're going to make spinach and artichoke dip because it's one of our favorites, but Greg is also, well.
We actually get to eat this, right?
Oh, for sure. We're definitely going to eat this. You know, 8 o'clock in the morning, not a big deal to have spinach and artichoke dip. But this is a really great recipe. We actually, Greg is, because he's an actor, he has to be very conscious of like what he eats and what he drinks. And so we like to make a little bit of a healthier, more protein forward version of this recipe. So we've got all kinds of things. We are using some cream cheese because it just makes it a little bit more creamy.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have the cream cheese. But the base of this recipe starts with the Greek yogurt. We've got previously frozen thawed spinach. So we're gonna have to wring out all of the water within the spinach here. We've got the artichokes, minced garlic. Now you can just buy it at the store just like this in the jar, or you can use a garlic clove. And then we've also got some fresh Parmesan and mozzarella to top everything together. So are you ready to rock and roll?
Let's go.
All right, let's make it. So Greg, I'm gonna ask you, if you can, we're gonna do about 1/3 of a cup of the Greek yogurt. We're gonna add it into our green bowl here.
Got it.
So while Greg is adding that in, we'll also do some shredding of the mozzarella cheese. So this is only for the top of it. We're not going to put the mozzarella cheese into our bowl here. So we've got to basically blend all of the cream and the cheese and all of that into one before we add in the artichokes and the spinach.
Does it have to be super specific?
It doesn't have to be, you know, and just kind of throw that in
Feel it
there.
with your heart a little bit?
Yep, just whatever you feel like it feels right. So So we've got our oven preheated to 375.
A little more for
Why not?
for some love.
We're just going to go ahead. And you know what? The best thing about a dip is you can kind of just throw things together and see what happens. And now I'm going to have you shred our cheese here.
Okay.
We don't need a lot, so just enough to sprinkle on top. We've got a 9x9 pan as well. Now, the thing when you thaw out your spinach, you need to make sure that all of the water is completely drained from it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to basically just take this, and it looks pretty good, but we're going to take about, I don't know, I'd say probably about a cup of spinach here, just like we like to do it.
Test this out.
About 10 ounces. Of course, he's already eating the cheese. That's the one problem with being in the kitchen with Greg. But I say, you know what? You are like the master of making dips. So we'll see how this goes. What's your favorite dip to make?
Buffalo chicken.
I wouldn't let him say, we weren't doing that. But his next favorite, what would you say, is a spinach and artichoke dip?
Oh, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, did I just ruin it?
No, he did it. I love it. I love it. So our spinach is pretty thawed out, but what I'm going to do actually is take a paper towel, which is why we've got these paper towels here, and we're just going to put a little bit in here, and we're going to wring it out. It should be good to go. But Greg, while you're doing that, what you can do for me is actually put about 1/3 of a cup of the Parmesan into the bowl as well.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and rinse out some of this spinach. We're going to squeeze it. Make sure it's nice and I guess you could say water-free. Looking good there. Okay, now Greg, looking good as well. So if you want to, we've got a hand blender. Well,
Okay.
I'm squeezing out the spinach. Greg is going to take the hand blender and mix everything together just like that.
There you go.
And then we'll add a little cream cheese to your liking here in a second. Okay.
Ooh,
How's it looking?
this is already starting to come together.
All right,
There you
so now if you want to take that cream cheese packet and just put in what you feel is right, you know, what your heart
go.
desires.
The entire thing.
Well, we're trying to keep it healthy here, so not the entire thing. I'm going to squeeze out just a little bit more. That spinach does have a lot of excess water because it was frozen, so we want to make sure that it is completely done. And then we'll just go ahead and open this cream cheese. Just put in what you want
Is
to.
there a trick to this? I always mess this up.
Yep, just like that. That
Just
looks good.
Squeeze it out. Just cut it.
Yeah,
and
just
squeeze
cut it and squeeze it, you know, as much or as little as you want to.
I'm going half. How about that?
We're going half. Okay, all right. It's going to be creamy. It's going to be cheesy. So I'm squeezing out the spinach.
Just kidding. Sorry. Sorry.
Bring your brother to work day was a bad idea. He starts cracking bad jokes. Just kidding. We're having a great time over here. All right, so I've got my spinach. As you can see, like it is definitely, we've got a lot of excess water that came out of that. So that's looking good, Greg. If you want to continue to blend all of the cheese together,
Okay.
we'll go there. All right, and then we'll add in the spinach. You can add that in. And while you add in the spinach, I'm going to go ahead over here and make sure that we get some of this artichoke. I'm going to drain a little bit of the juice out, but we just want to roughly chop it. Just like that. All right, you're crushing it. I like to keep my workstation clean while I am cooking. My brother, on the other hand, he explodes all over the kitchen when he's making a meal, but it's worth it. All right, moving this over here. We've got our mozzarella cheese, so it's looking great. Now I'm going to take some of these artichokes. We'll just take a quick little fork. How's it looking? Looks great.
Really good.
Yeah, you can go ahead and stop that. Then we'll add some artichoke into it and fold that in. All right, we're just going to pull some of it out. Now we have the marinated artichokes that you can get usually in like the pickles or the olive section of the grocery store. It adds a little bit of extra flavor. There we go.
She's stuck in there.
That's all right.
Okay.
All right, we're just going to pull some of these out. Now, the last piece that we're flinging dip everywhere. The last piece you can do is do a small spoonful of garlic.
Okay.
And then while you do that, I'm going to dice up these artichoke hearts. I'm pulling them all out
Yeah.
here. That looks good to me.
What did you say that was? A tablespoon?
I'd say about almost. And we'll just blend everything in here in a second. We're just doing a nice rough chop, just like that, which is really, you don't need to do much because it's already kind of quartered from the jar. Looks good to me. All right. All right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Bring that bowl over here.
do it.
I'm just going to throw my hands just like that. What do you think? Should we put some more artichoke in it, or you think that's good?
No, that's good.
All right, mix it up, and then once he's mixed that up, we're going to transfer it to our dish here and put it into the oven. Let me rinse these hands off really quickly.
It's actually pretty easy.
Yeah, easiest dip. It really is. All right, we've got my hands rinsed. Looks good to me.
Yeah.
All right, Greg, here we go. We're gonna put it into our dish here. This is a 9x9 baking dish. I'm gonna use my spoon. Want me to hold it for you?
I got it.
He's got it. All right, the man's got it, ladies and gentlemen. He's
Locked
got
in
it.
now.
He is locked in. As I said, dips are his thing. He loves to make a good dip.
I love to eat a good dip.
Yeah, it's true.
But
He likes to make a good one so that he can eat a good one. But I'd say, we both kind of have we really like trying new recipes, and I think that stems from our mom and from the way that we grew up. Our mom teaches culinary arts, and so does our dad. He's a great chef in the kitchen as well, and so I think eating good food is like really part of our family DNA.
Yeah, that is true.
All right, looks good to me. We're gonna sprinkle on this mozzarella, just like that. And we're gonna sprinkle it on top. As you can see, it looks great. Nice, delicious spinach and artichoke dip. Now we could put a little bit more on here, but I like to just kind of do just a nice little sprinkling on top. And then we pop it in the oven for 20 to 30 minutes, just until the cheese is bubbly on top. All right, we're gonna let it cook. By the end of our show, it'll be delicious. You can use any kind of apparatus to put it in your mouth. What's your favorite way to eat a dip?
Depends on the dip.
Depends on the dip.
Pita bread, chips, I don't know.
Peanut butter. What's your favorite
For that one? Ooh, I say tortilla chips.
Tortilla chips. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you can use vegetables if you're trying to keep it low carb as well. But excited to try one of our favorite family dishes, and we'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
It's time for the best coverage of the top stories in sports. The Sports Wrap with Jason Page starts now.
How do you make Anthony Edwards the face of your franchise if you're the Minnesota Timberwolves? We'll get into that.
And we say hello to our good friend Matt Verderam, who hangs out with us from SI.com. Their NFL insider, one of them, is hanging out with us on the program today.
Did you see Caitlin Clark last night? She put up a 40-burger, hits the game-winning three as time expires. Let's turn our attention to the Denver Broncos, one of the NFL's most dysfunctional situations.
The Sports Wrap with Jason Page.
Discover the perfect blend of style and performance in your eyewear at Eyepieces. With convenient locations in Vail Village, Lions Head, Beaver Creek, Edwards, Basalt, and Snowmass, Eyepieces is the destination for luxury eyewear and high-performance optics. From iconic brands to the latest in sport frames and snow goggles, we have the eyewear to match your mountain lifestyle. Plus, we offer prescription lens services, including eye exams, custom lenses, and prescription goggles for your mountain adventures. Visit us today to experience the art of vision. Eyepieces, serving the Vail Valley's vision needs for over 40 years.
Take the first game every one of us played in the schoolyard. Turn up the degree of difficulty to maximum, and then let loose some of the fastest and most agile athletes in the world to go one-on-one in what you have is the most extreme pursuit contest you've ever known. It's intense, it's addictive, and there's only one rule. Don't get caught.
If you haven't seen World Chase Tag before, here's how it works.
2 teams of up to 6 athletes compete in a series of one-on-one chases. Each chase lasts up to 20 seconds and has 1 chaser and 1 evader.
Opportunities of points on the board! Oh!
Whoever wins the duel stays on as the evader, and teams get 1 point for each evasion they make.
And it looks like the opening point of this contest.
It's the best of 16 chases to win the match, with a sudden death chase-off required to break any ties. It's win or go home from now on. Don't miss it.
You know TV8 Vail has great local content, but did you know about our production services? Hire an expert to develop your website reel, commercials, live stream events, studio production, and more. If you can dream it, we can help you do it. TV8 delivers high-quality content in both English and Spanish. Contact us today to discuss your next project. Email Danielle at tv8vail.com or call 970-628-9881.
Good morning, Vail.
It's your Friday, January 10th edition of Good Morning Vail, and you know what that means. You need the weather report. So let's take a look at today's hourly temperatures. As you can see, we're looking at 4 degrees this morning and sunshine. It's very chilly, single digits, and then it warms up a bit at noon with 23 degrees. Moving into that 4 o'clock hour, 26 degrees, and then 19 for the low at 8 p.m. Moving into the I-70 corridor. Now, this is what we want to see. We're going to have a great time if you're commuting down to Denver. No snow in the forecast for today, but we may have some overnight. We're looking at 31 degrees in Eagle with a cloud coverage, as well as 30 in Avon. Vail, 28 degrees for the high, and then Denver, sunshine, very little cloud coverage, 42 degrees in Denver. Moving on to tonight, we are looking at a 90% chance of snow overnight with a low of 18 degrees, winds coming from the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunset at 5 o'clock tonight. Now, that 5-day forecast, we've got an 80% chance of snow showers on Saturday. You know what that means? It's a powder day, so make sure you get up early, you get out there, you shred some POW. Hopefully we'll be getting free refills all day long. A high of 26, low of 12. And then Sunday, we've got some cloud coverage on Sunday and Monday. Mostly cloudy, 22 degrees for the high, 2 degrees for the low on Sunday, so bundle up. Monday, we're looking at partial clouds, 21 for the high, 3 degrees for the low. Tuesday, just about the same. It jumps up in temperature, though, with a 27-degree high and a 9-degree for the low. And then Wednesday, mostly sunny, 41 degrees. And apparently, it's a 516 degrees for the low, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be about 16 degrees for that low. Now, let's take a look at Eyepieces of Vail. They've got the latest and greatest trends for helmets, goggles, and beyond for the season. Let's look.
Welcome into Eyepieces of Vail. We are here with Garrett Alexander. Garrett, how are we doing?
Oh, I'm doing good.
And we're here at the Village Center location, one of 8 locations that Eyepieces of Vail has. But we're in the thick of winter here, and eyewear is important.
Yep, and you know, this is actually the original location that we opened up over 40 years ago, so really special. This is also location with our doctor's office, our lab, everything like that. So it's pretty amazing. But we do have locations. We have our Goggle Bar top of Bridge Street. We have our location in Sun and Alp. We have Lions Head, Beaver Creek, Edwards. We're all over the place.
Yeah, you can't miss Eyepieces of Vail. Celebrated 40 years and rolling into the next 40 here. Yep. And we have some beautiful eyewear here. Obviously, there's goggles, sunglasses, everything you need here, helmets. But the goal here is to see and be seen. And we're going to talk about both of those, right?
Yeah, of course. And I mean, one of the beauty of having so many locations is we mix it up between the stores. So you'll even see different styles and different brands and designers and everything like that at different locations. So it's worth popping in all of them.
Always, always. And then we have some beautiful, very unique glasses here. You want to run through these?
Yeah. So one of the key things that I kind of wanted to talk about today is Jacques-Marie Mage. Everything he does is limited production. So when they're done, they're done. You won't see them again. And we're already very popular this morning.
Yeah, it's that holiday time, and people want to call in to Eyepieces, make sure we're open and ready to roll.
But yeah, so Jerome Mage is the designer, and he's kind of this very active-minded artist. You know the ones I'm talking about that like they have to stay busy. He's an ultra runner, everything like that, and he really pours all that passion and energy into his eyewear, which is a beautiful thing. So he'll do a lot of like Western theme eyewear where he'll put sterling silver and turquoise in his frames and everything like that. So it's works of art. It's jewelry for your face.
Yeah. And these are what you're wearing right now. Is that right?
Yep. So this is the Rollins. There were only, I think, 150 of these frames made. So you have something unique to start with. And he also features a bunch of beautiful colors, like detail. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Like you said, it's art for your face, but it also lets you see, which is very important, right?
I mean, we talk about function and form all the time, so we could even customize the lenses, do your prescription, customize them for specific activities. one day I went golfing and I took 4 different frames because I wanted to play with lens textures and colors to see what popped. This was down in Parachute, and I settled on rose.
Yeah.
for there.
Yes, yeah. So it depends on the conditions, and a lot of times in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado, you're going to want different lenses throughout one single day or one afternoon.
Totally. I mean, and conditions change. We all see it in skiing, but it applies for mountain biking. It applies for golfing. It applies for tennis. The color of the court will change how you see the ball. Lighting conditions, whether you're playing in the evening or if you're playing in the middle of the day, like you're going to need something different for those occasions. And that's where we come in to kind of help facilitate that, to provide a customized, not only frame, but also your lenses as well.
Yeah, and that's what's great about Eyepieces of Vail is you can come into any of the locations, talk to folks like Garrett, and get that knowledge of what do you want out of your eyewear, and they can help you achieve that.
Totally. I mean, another line that I kind of pulled would be Makita. Makita's, they're handmade in Berlin. They're designed to be super lightweight and durable. So they have this inherent flex to them. So anyone who's really hard on glasses, I always kind of lean towards Makita because, they're just going to hold up to the test of time a little better, especially if you're one of those who just throws them in your pocket. Yeah,
we all know that person. We're not gonna call them out too hard here. We all know that person, but in addition to that kind of flexibility, like the beautiful colors on these are great.
Totally. I mean, it's a mix. They do a lot of colors so they're made of 0.5 millimeter surgical steel, and with the colors, you can kind of get something a little more customized. But it also allows them to branch out in different shapes and everything like that. So it's a really cool, very German engineered company.
Love that. We also have more glasses here that I don't know if I can pronounce, so I'm going to let you introduce these.
I go back and forth with this one. So this is going to be Balmain. So Balmain's out of Paris. And what's really cool about this designer is there's a lot of fashion industry names out there that kind of slap their name on a pair of glasses, but you don't really inherently get that quality. One thing I really appreciate over the years with Balmain is that quality is there as well. Like that, it's not just a focus on selling glasses. It's providing a quality product that has a unique style to it as well.
Yeah, I would hope coming out of Paris, these are going to have some crazy fashion and some very unique looks.
Yeah, I mean, you have their white shield piece. Shields, they're in. I mean, for some of us, they never left. But currently, we're seeing more of that shield piece in the fashion industry, which is really cool because, again, you get something functional with that coverage, everything like that. So you can hit the slopes in that shield piece and feel like, I almost said a word, feel bad doing it.
You can look good and feel good in these, and then you can ski good in these, and just take it to a whole new level while looking good out there, right? Something like that, yeah. And make your friends and family envious on stuff like that. Awesome. We got one more group here. What do we have on the end?
Obviously, Chrome Hearts has been a huge brand for us over the years. We've collaborated with them. We worked with them for many, many years. We have a phenomenal selection of Chrome Hearts. And the key things about Chrome Hearts is you're getting something that is highly unique. It's beautiful, reaching into that jewelry element where they use all precious metals. Really cool stuff. Just in general, I'd say come by and check them out because it's worth checking out.
Definitely. So stop by Eyepieces of Vail. One of the 8 locations. We are here in the Village Center, right by the ice rink in Solaris Plaza. If you got something you need to fix, maybe come in, get it fixed with the professionals here, and shop around a little bit while you're hanging around. Or if you need something new, come on in and get that new look feel.
We do it all. You could even see our doctor on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
That's it. Come on into Eyepieces of Vail this winter and get all of your eyewear needs and then some.
Good morning, Vail.
join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Experience the difference at Mountain Market and Supply. We source organic and local produce, honey, good food, and gifts from small businesses right here in Colorado and beyond. Located at 201 Broadway Street in Eagle, shop in-store Tuesday through Friday from 12 to 6 p.m., Saturday 11 to 4 p.m., and Sunday 11 to 3 p.m. Support our community by shopping local. We can't wait to see you at Mountain Market and Supply.
Welcome to Nantucket Rope Bracelets. All of our stylish bracelets are handmade in our Nantucket workshop, using only the best non-shrinking line with soft, flexible finish. Find us at NantucketRopeBracelets.com and order your beautiful piece from Nantucket today.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
I'm Danella Richard. I've made a career traveling the world. I've worked for some of the biggest names in travel, and now I've traded in my business suit for a swimsuit. Swimming with the sharks, swinging at the edge of the world, throwing back a few shots, or shall I say spirits, eating some of the best cuisine, and even making a few furry friends along the way. I invite you to come along with me and discover the world.
TV8, there's more for you on 92. Serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Good morning, Vail.
Today is full of nostalgia for me, with cooking in the kitchen with my brother, our favorite family recipe, to talking about bookmobiles. Well, the Eagle Valley Library District had a wonderful new bookmobile here, and Tegan and Julio had a conversation about it. Let's take a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are anything like me, you love checking out one of our local libraries through the Eagle Valley Library District. Well, now you're going to get to have the libraries come to you, maybe at one of your neighborhoods, with the new bookmobile. And to tell us all about it, we have Tegan Davis with the Eagle Valley Library District, and we're actually inside the bookmobile right now. Are we the first ones in?
You are.
Or
You
one
are.
of the first few?
Yep, one of the first. That's not staff. Yes, absolutely.
Tegan, thank you so much for greeting us here today inside the bookmobile,
Yep.
Eagle Valley Library District. Newest initiative, and it's going to
it
be
is.
out in the community soon, and
Yep.
we're coming here today to learn all about it. So let's kind of take us back in time a little bit and tell us how the idea of
Yes.
the bookmobile started, and
Okay.
kind of where was this seed planted to have it here now.
Yeah, so we've done a few community surveys that are statistically valid, and in 2014 and 2021,
Okay.
and the responses we keep receiving from some of our community members is that our branches, which are in Avon, Eagle, and Gypsum, are hard to get to.
Okay.
So our district is rather large. So we're at Dow Junction, all the way up to the top of Tennessee Pass. We got Bond, Burns, Sweetwater.
Oh, wow.
We go all the way to Dot Cerro.
Yes.
So our district is rather large, and so for some people it takes them 50 miles to get to the nearest branch.
Got it.
So the idea sprung from patrons' needs and requests of how to get library materials to them.
Right.
And so the bookmobile
Here we
is
are.
one way to do it. And so the bookmobile was purchased 2 years ago, and because of supply chain demand issues, it took it a while to actually get built. This is a custom build for us.
Yes, I know know that I've been talking to you and a few other staff members about this for a while now, so I know it's been a work in progress, and I know that you guys have been working hard to get this bookmobile up and running, and I love kind of that at the core of this is just making the library more accessible to those who, like you said, maybe it's a little bit of a drive for them to get to the community, to the library. They can now maybe have it at one of their communities.
Yeah, we're going to come to them and provide the services hopefully that they need, and so this is staged at the moment as like a library. So we're bringing the library to our patrons.
Bringing the library to the community. I love that. There's tons of books in here already.
There are.
How is this all going to work, or how is it all functioning? How is it all arranged in here? Tell us a little bit about in here.
So again, it's just like a little library.
Okay.
So when you walk in, we did create these handholds for the kiddies.
Yes, I love that.
To help them come in. So bringing a little bit of rock climbing culture into the library. We have teen fiction. We've got our movies. We got large print. We've got nonfiction. We've got our adult materials. We've got our children's materials,
So
and
we have
then
it all in
we have it all in here. So it's just like if you were to come to the library. It's just a little bit smaller. And then we'll have our computers set up so you can put things on hold. So if we swing by .0 and we have your holds, we'll be able to deliver them as well. And then we have our tech in here, so we'll have computers, hotspots. Again, little library. We're hoping to bring all the things in some of our bigger branches on a smaller scale to the communities. And then you can come in, you can check out. We have a two-way door, so you'll be able to leave this way. If you need accessibility, this actually goes down, so it's an accessibility ramp. Again, we got our adult fiction large print, so we got our early readers, we got picture books. So again, little library coming to you. Yeah,
exactly. I love that it really is like a little library in here, so folks will be able to come in, browse, check out just like they would at the library. The process is pretty much the same exact thing as if you were to check out inside the library.
Put things on hold, we'll bring them to you, and then in the spring, summer, we're going to start programming, and so in these communities, hopefully we'll be bringing some story times and some other community programs, and we just want some feedback so we know what people want.
Yeah, so if folks want to, once this is up and running, come check out a book, they will need a library card just like they would inside a library.
And it's really easy to get, so we just need photo ID so that we know that you are you, and you can get a library card, and then you can check out all this fun stuff.
Awesome. So when are you all planning on getting the bookmobile out in the community, out in the different neighborhoods? When can we expect to see y'all?
You will see us on the road in 2025, hitting all the communities, and then you'll be able to learn our stops on our website. So evld.org. We'll have a page for the bookmobile, so you can know where we're going to be and hopefully plan your stays in your community and know that we're coming soon.
Yes, we'll definitely stay tuned for the bookmobile in 2025, kicking off the New Year strong. Bringing books to the community. I personally, I've told you before, I'm a library user. I love getting to come to the libraries and stuff, but having this in our communities, just maybe steps away from people's homes, where they can just come and check out books, I think it's going to be a game changer.
I hope so. That's the plan, that's the goal, is so that we can provide access where people are at, and so that they can get what they need, whether that is for improvement or entertainment. We want to be there for them.
I love that. What about when folks are done with their books and they want to return?
They can return it. We actually have our return bin right there. So
they can do it in the bus?
They can do it in the bus. So you can pick up holds, you can check things out, you can browse. Again, we'll have programming later, but you can bring your returns back.
Can I check out a book in the bookmobile and then return it at a library?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
I love that. Tons of different options for folks to come in, maybe check out a book, see what's available. I'm sure there will be material kind of rotating through, and there will be new stuff.
So again, little library, we're going to make sure that we have newer materials on here as well, so that when you come, it's fresh, and hopefully you find what you want.
I love that. Tegan, anything else about the bookmobile you want to mention for folks back at home? I know we're all waiting to get to see it out in the community.
I'm just really excited to have this offering to the community, and we would love your feedback, and we hope you enjoy it as well.
Yeah. So we'll definitely stay tuned for the bookmobile coming to you early 2025. Make sure to stay tuned. If you see it out in the community, stop by and check out one of the books, or as always, stop by one of the libraries or visit evld.org to check out everything you guys offer, which you guys do a lot.
Appreciate that. Yep.
Thanks for having us, Tegan,
thank you.
and giving us a little sneak peek on the bookmobile.
Thanks for coming.
Absolutely. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with more of the show after this. So stay tuned. We'll be back.
Good morning, Vail.
I I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
One of the longest-running syndicated television series is back, America's Black Forum, a weekly series highlighting the latest in our lifestyles, business, entertainment, and finance. We introduce you to entrepreneurs who are making their mark in the business world and leaders who are fighting for change.
Welcome to America's Black Forum.
Tune in each week to know what's happening in our world today on America's Black Forum.
Next up, we've got a special duo from two of the best voices in the bluegrass and country genres.
We know you're going to love this one from Melanie Cannon and Willie Nelson. Here's Back to Earth.
The songs our love created, I still sing. And every night we make the rafters ring.
This show spotlights the latest innovations to create a greener planet. Join us next time as we explore new green ideas and present interesting green stories, and show you how some people are becoming real green.
I'm Jason Kennedy, and this is The Wager. Let's go, Wes! We've all heard about this pickleball craze. Celebrities are playing pickleball matches all the time, and they're challenging each other to these ridiculous bets. Now I'm bringing the cameras to their house with new celebrities and a new bet every week.
Hell of a rally there.
It's just real, genuine conversation.
I got invited to Usher's birthday party. What am I doing here?
And some pretty crazy antics.
Hey, it's your boy, Nephew Tommy, your host for an all-new season of Black College Quiz, where the nation's best and brightest display their knowledge of Black history and culture while competing for prizes and scholarships. So get ready to see HBCU Nation take the academic field. Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Yeah, man.
Good morning, Vail.
Now we're coming up to the end of our Friday, January 10th edition of Good Morning Vail, but you know what that means? We're looking at the weather one last time. So today we're looking at a high of 28 degrees. It is 4 degrees this morning, so single digits, very chilly outside, mostly sunny, and the winds coming from the west by southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now as we look into that hourly forecast, 4 degrees this morning at 8 a.m., moving down to 23 degrees at noon, so it's starting to warm up, and then 26 for the high and 19 for the low at 8 p.m. Mostly clear and sunshine all day long. Now looking at that I-70 corridor, as you can see, we've got Eagle 31 degrees, Avon 30 degrees as well, Vail 28 degrees, and then Denver 42 with a little bit of cloud coverage in the valley and sunshine all throughout the Front Range in Denver. Now let's take a look at tonight. 90% chance of snow overnight, which we're very excited about. The sun will be setting at 5:01 p.m., a low of 18 degrees, and we're looking at winds from the southwest, again at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now moving into that 5-day forecast, this is what we want to see. Tomorrow, snow showers, 26 degrees on Saturday for the high, 12 degrees for the low, and then we're looking at mostly clouds all throughout the rest of the week. We've got sunshine, or on Sunday, 22 degrees for the high, 2 degrees, very chilly for the low. Monday, just about the same with a high of 21, but it does get 1 degree warmer 3 degrees for the low. And then Tuesday, partially cloudy, 9 degrees for the low and 27 for the high. And then we're looking at that Sunday or Wednesday, high of 41, looking at a low of 516, but it's definitely 16 degrees for the low. So lots of exciting things happening with the weather, especially for the weekend. Definitely going to be out there strutting, but I am so excited because our kitchen is smelling absolutely wonderful. So let's take a look at what is happening in this spinach and artichoke dip. Now I'm going to pull it out because I just can't wait. As you can see, we've got a little bit of the browning on the cheese. It was so much fun to be making this family favorite of ours in the kitchen with my brother earlier today, actor Greg Perot. So check him out. His brand new show, Blue Ridge. They're in the midst of filming season 2. He's got season 1 out on INSP, soon coming to Amazon Prime. It's always fun when you get to work with your family, and it's been a blast on this Friday morning edition. We had the Eagle Valley Library District Bookmobile. Very cool. Go check it out when you can see it. I know that there's lots of exciting things happening. I think they may even have a driver position up and running. So if you're interested, you want to help bring some education and fun to the Valley, check it out. Go take a look at that. Plus, we've got Eyepieces of Vail. Ross is in there with Garrett talking about all of their incredible partnerships. And I cannot wait to try the spinach and artichoke dip. I've got some pita here. You can use anything that you want, tortilla chips, pita, maybe some vegetables. It smells so good. I can smell the garlic, the spinach, a little bit of that cheese. It looks delicious. And it is steaming hot, so I'm going to let it cool down. I'm your host, Kimberly Perot. Thanks for joining on this Friday morning edition.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're